things, but they have progressed for you and you've gotten to this point, you do look around here, like Compton Boulevard is behind your head, painted on the wall. There's a picture of you and Nipsey on the floor over there. And there's so much pride that you do find in where you've come from and where you get opportunities to show people what it made you. When you think about people, like the Nipseys and the Kobes who have been in your life, who are no longer here, the things that you've gone through in your life, losing friends, what has that taught you? And what do you carry from that?
Man, one, those two guys they was all about, inspiring. You know what I mean? Like, that was their biggest thing. The biggest thing you could do is inspire somebody. You know what I mean? To be able to have a relationship with those guys shows the inspiration that it gave me, especially Kobe. Like, Kobe was my imagination when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I'll never forget when I was 7, when he shot those air balls in Utah, I cried. I sat there and cried. Like, I felt some type of way, you know what I mean? And from that moment on, like, he was my motivation. When he grew a fro, I grew a fro and he used to try to, like, push it back so it could be back. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that was my inspiration. My fadeaway was inspiration from him. Like, everything Kobe was my imagination. And I don't think with that imagination, I become who I become as a basketball player, because that was like my foundation, you know what I mean? And even with Nip, seeing his outlook, his point of view, his mindset on approaching not just like rap music, but trying to change his environment, you know what I mean? Of buying the block back, of putting into his neighborhood, never leaving his people, trying to show better for his people. That was the same thing that I wanted to do from the city that I was from and everything. So those guys was a big inspiration, and they stayed true to themselves. So for me, I try to do the same thing. It's just coming from what I come from, because you never know, it may be that next person from Compton that could do something bigger than me, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy, I was having the same conversation with my trainer, that trains me in Kendrick, of just, I just sat there, was talking to him, telling him, like, how crazy is it that, one of the greatest rappers to ever live is from Compton, California. You know what I mean? I'm going in my 16th year, like, made X amount of money, all-stars, whatever it may be, and I'm from Compton, California. Like, we just went down the list of people that's from Compton. Like, just from this place that's such a dangerous place, that we became something great, you know what I mean? Like, so if we can inspire somebody from that same city, just that city alone, it's not even to imagine what we could inspire across the country and everything else that could come from it. So, I always look at things like that, and that's why I always keep stuff that reminds me where I come from around, you know what I mean? So I never get lost in that cycle.